G'day everyone, I'm Blaze, and welcome back to number double digits of the TriPoint podcast. Number digits, number 10.
Number double digits. That's
Number
what this
one.
week's episode's about.
The big number 10. No. Number 10. It's turned 10 weeks old. Oh,
10
God.
weeks.
However, yeah. No, that's not what this episode is about. And my bird needs to be quiet.
Your bird. Well, she sounds quiet right now.
She's saying quiet now. I was waiting for her. Anyhow, wow. Should we restart this?
No,
Okay.
no. Keep it in.
Okay.
This is a 10 out of 10 intro.
Oh, golly. Yeah, this is episode number 10. I guess for when it comes to what would generally be big topics, there's not a massive one to talk about this time around. However, the first thing I want to actually start with is our poll from this week, because I think it's hilarious.
Oh, I agree.
Whoever chose the Fire Emblem OVA, I want to give them
I want to know if they've seen it, or they were just doing it for the laughs.
I don't know.
Because
As
I've
soon as
not
I saw
seen
that, when I was looking at the poll, I was like, I want to give that person a medal.
I know, right?
The fact is,
It's 3%.
they're either doing it for the funnies, or they've seen it and they enjoy it more than the other ones.
I know. And either way is hilarious to me.
I honestly, when I first saw that, I could not stop laughing.
I was like, there's no way someone's seen this, surely. Maybe they have.
The reason we put it in there was for the jokes.
Yeah.
It's a funny little one to put in there. Anyway,
Just
yeah,
seems so
how well did
obscure
it
to
do?
the
Because
other.
I haven't checked it in a few days.
Well, we had 29 votes.
That's a
And
lot compared to what we usually
The
have.
highest one, or the one most people prefer, is the live-action Sonic films, including
Yay.
Knuckles.
I agree with them.
Yeah.
Personally, they're my favorite out of those ones. I was surprised at how many people like the Halo show.
Yeah, that is just interesting to me.
Can you see how many
Maybe it's
people,
because
or is
it's
it only
funny.
the percentages you can see?
I only have percentages,
Oh, okay.
but it's 14%.
Yeah,
For
I
Halo.
saw that. I was like, it's interesting.
Yeah, third. Above Pokemon?
Yeah. I was expecting Pokemon to be first or second.
First. Yeah. No,
but,
it's second
it's
last.
fourth, which is very odd. Coming in close to last, next to the Fire Emblem
Next
OVA
to
of all things. Oh my god.
Maybe the people don't like anime, I don't know.
Well, someone likes the Fire Emblem anime.
Yeah.
Oh, golly.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's great.
I really wanted to start with that because I really wanted to discuss that because I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, that's actually so good.
Anyway, I guess I'll get into some little news things that we can talk about before I get into the big news thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
However, anything to report on the Zelda front?
No, not really.
Oh, that's right,
I've been
because
going
I have
around
something to
finishing
report on the
side
Zelda
quests.
front. My segue skills are
Oh.
getting better.
Yes.
It's been leaked that there might be a Breath of the Wild remake or remaster for the Switch 2.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. And why Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something funny that popped up this morning.
That's interesting.
It's
Not
a
an-
really
not
odd
an older game?
thing. Because it's been reported that the Switch 2 can play Switch games anyway.
Yeah.
At that point,
Which means you just have 2 Breath of the Wild.
yeah, they may as well push out an update to make it look a little bit better or something on the Switch 2 rather
Yeah.
than remaster it or remake it.
What?
Yeah, I found that a little bit odd.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Another thing with the Switch 2 though, my segue. Oh, I like my segues. The Switch 2, the specs have leaked for it.
Ah.
I believe. Well, what we believe are the specs have leaked for it, and it looks like it's going to sit like power-wise comfortably, roughly in between the PS4 Pro and the Series S,
Okay.
which I think is pretty darn good.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, would that be considered around the One X mark?
Close to it,
I don't know, because you got the One X is
I
both
think.
more powerful and less powerful than the Series S.
Yeah, I think it just depends on what settings it goes for.
Yeah, the One X can do more than the Series S in principle,
In principle.
in theory.
Theoretically.
Really. Therefore, yeah, that's going to be interesting if that's the case, because there's been lots of rumors and things about the dock supporting 4K and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I could see that happening because, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the Switch is like the Nvidia does a lot of the stuff with the Switch, not AMD like the other consoles.
Oh, okay.
And their DLSS technology and everything like that, I honestly feel like it could get the Switch up to 4K.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah. The DLSS is amazing. It like
Only in the
scales down
dock,
the
though.
resolution of everything, then scales it back up in a strange way, and it works.
It just works.
Yeah, only in the dock. I don't even think it'll be a 1080p screen on the Switch, too.
No, I don't
I think
so.
it'll be 720 again, which I think will upset people. However,
I think that's fine.
like, is it that noticeable on a screen that size?
No.
I'd much prefer better performance and battery life in handheld than a 1080p
Yeah.
screen any day.
I'd prefer frame rate.
And definitely a battery. I don't want them to like put it to 1080p and then have the Switch run out in 1.5
It
hours.
runs out in 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like, I think that the typical 3 to 4 hours that I can get out of the Switch normally now is a good amount.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, more on the normal Switch this time around though. Twitter's being removed from it.
Oh, is that all?
Like in the gallery, you can send things to Twitter, like pictures,
Oh, okay.
and it's being removed from the Switch.
I don't use Twitter, so I don't know.
Neither do I.
That's a
I
problem
simply
or
thought it was
not.
interesting.
I mean,
It's not called
I
Twitter
guess
anymore,
it's
is it?
interesting. Yeah, in my mind, I see it and I'm like, well, nothing of value is lost.
It's called
But I
X
don't
or
use
something
Twitter.
now, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, X.
Have like
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's more interesting in the fact that I think what's happened is like X is like raised all its prices because PlayStation did a similar thing recently, getting rid of Twitter services on the consoles.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought it was a little bit interesting that all these game companies are like, no more.
No more X.
Goodbye. And then
We just have box now.
yeah. And then I guess the main meat of this episode is going to be about Xbox, to be honest.
Oh,
Not
about box.
some good things though.
no.
Sometimes I really like Xbox, but however, sometimes they make me question my faith in humanity
Only in humanity.
and everything else. Oh gosh. I guess the first thing I'll start with is a lot less worrying than the second thing. The first thing I'll start with is they're making an app store for phones.
Oh. I mean, that's fine.
An Xbox app store.
It's weird, but it's okay.
It gets stranger though.
Does it?
It's only going to be on a browser to start with.
On a what?
It's an app store on your phone that you use from a browser.
On a browser? Why? Just make an app. You have the Xbox app.
Why not put it into the Xbox app that's already there?
Why? Yeah. What?
Very odd. Very odd. I must say, your Xbox, the Xbox app on the laptop you were using, must have known we were going to be talking bad about the Xbox today.
It must have. Didn't want to cooperate.
Right before the podcast, we were having some technical difficulties with the Xbox app.
What's new?
Before, yeah.
Technical difficulties is the name of this show.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no. However, the big concern and the big talking point about Xbox over the last week or such is they've been closing down some studios.
Oh,
Right after they went and spent how much money on Bethesda and all that sort of stuff?
yeah. Interesting.
Very upsetting. The big thing though is there's 4 studios I believe that are shutting down, and
Okay.
I don't know most of them. Arcane
I don't
Studios
either.
I believe did Redfall, I think. Or
I don't know
something.
what
I think they
Redfall
might be
is.
one of the ones. I can't remember. However, the big one is Tango Gameworks, and you might not know who they are.
I don't know them by name.
They made Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, okay.
That game
That's
that
an interesting one.
sold lots of money, made lots of awards, and Microsoft are like, bye. That's concerning.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about that one.
That's kind of sad as well, because like, imagine what they could have. Like, Hi-Fi Rush did amazing.
They could have done so much.
Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush sold loads, and it was like one of the highest rated Xbox games at the moment.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, no, goodbye.
What is the point of that, though?
I'm not 100% sure. However, by what it looks like it may have more been the higher ups from Microsoft as opposed to the Xbox branch of things.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah, I don't think, because they had some of the higher ups from Xbox. One of them was talking about the app that they're releasing, and
Yeah.
I think when they were trying to talk about the studio closures, the studio closures,
The
she
studio
seemed very
closures.
uncomfortable talking about it,
Yeah.
because that's a lot of people.
From
Like,
a business standpoint, that doesn't even make sense.
not that you'd think, at least, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they have something else somewhere else, I guess,
Yeah.
then maybe.
It sort
but-
of shows, though, and I guess this sort of brings it around to what the topic of this video would probably be, is like, studios, even if they make amazing games and that they sell a lot, they're not safe.
No. They really aren't.
Like, imagine if Microsoft came out saying next, like, oh, we're closing down one of the Bethesda studios or something. Like, out of
I
nowhere.
don't think they'd do that, but
It's like, it's really, really odd how
well,
they've
because
done
like,
this.
who do those projects go to now, though, as well?
I think, I don't know. Like,
Do they get set up with a different team?
I'd imagine they
Do they
get
just get
cancelled,
scrapped?
and or
Like-
some of them go to a different team. Like,
That's so strange.
because like I would have imagined they would have gone straight into, after the success of Hi-Fi Rush, like into a sequel or like another
Yeah,
game.
making like a second one.
Yeah. Like, and then, yeah, it's very odd. A lot of things have been happening, but I understand Hi-Fi Rush on Steam has been getting amazing reviews over the last week now.
I think it is. I've only really heard good things about it.
Yeah, however, like a lot of people have been going on and like, do you know what a review bomb is?
No.
So like a lot of people get together and like review a game badly or negatively simply to get something changed
Oh,
in the game.
okay.
Usually, type thing. And they're sort
Yeah.
of doing it like reverse, where they're praising the game lots over the last week. Like a bunch of people have got on and started doing more reviews for it.
That's actually kind of funny.
It's a really odd situation. I don't,
Yeah.
like, because usually when a studio gets shut down, it's for monetary reasons, because of game failures and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's usually because they've done something to have that happen, I guess.
Yeah, or haven't done something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you have like a studio like Tango Gameworks, which is like come out like kicking everything and like getting everything going well, it's like it feels wrong.
What is the point of that?
Yeah. And then they're investing money in other places as well at the same time, and it's like it makes them it gives them a really bad look. And
It looks very strange from an outside perspective.
yeah, but I understand there's been a lot of people who were working in Tango Games Works, like taking pictures of like their trophy, like their award cabinet with all the awards for the
Yeah.
game in it, and posting up online as like a little dig to Microsoft or something.
Oh, goodness.
saying things like, "You're not even safe with all this," or something like that.
Yeah, I guess, honestly, makes sense.
Yeah, it's you can say like next thing you'll know, they'll be announcing like 343's been shut down or something like that. It's like,
Could you imagine?
I mean, they almost did it, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like it it's actually kind of odd that they're keeping 343 alive as opposed to Tengu.
Why is 343 still up compared to...
I don't know.
Yeah,
A
okay.
lot of its management is like changed now. But I
Goodness.
understand most of the people running 343 now are the people who are running the MCC side of things,
Oh.
as opposed to who are running the Infinite side of things.
Yep, that makes more sense to me.
Which is probably a good change. Oh golly, yeah, no, it's very very odd situation because like Microsoft has way too much money
Yeah, it does.
compared to a lot of other companies. And like, I am sure there is some sort of reason that they've given out and all this sort of thing for this sort of stuff. However, like,
Oh, there'll be something.
it doesn't change the look of it.
Yeah.
And I think what's sort of worse is like, it's almost, I feel like it's almost certain that it's Microsoft's doing rather than Xbox's. However, a lot of the Xbox heads are copying it,
Yeah.
like all the backlash for it. But I understand, Phil Spencer's the head of Xbox. His base in Fallout 76 got nuked by a bunch of people over it.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. So that's a different way
That seems
to
way too petty to me.
yeah. It's just like that's a different way to like battle higher ups of the company, I guess.
It's like blowing up someone's house in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like somehow getting into his like private realm and like destroying his world or
goodness.
something. Like, it's such an odd situation. It's like,
It's just like a 12-year-old way to go about it.
yeah, especially because like
Goodness.
Phil Spencer's been very well. He's a businessman first and foremost. Like you can see that.
Yeah.
He's pretty okay with the consumer side of things. Like
He's
bring-
not too bad.
putting like almost complete backwards compatibility on the current Xbox for older Xbox games, like a lot of older Xbox games, like that's a move that cost money, and I'm sure they never made their money back from. However, he didn't have to do that,
Yeah.
and he decided to. Like, he's
could've just
pretty
left
good at all
it.
that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, he could have left it. They could have made more money by reselling those games in the future. Like,
Yeah.
however, no,
But no.
they went back and they made a bunch of different games that like I can go
Compatible.
play. I don't know, not the Halos actually, which is hilarious.
Except for Halo.
I can play like an original
I mean, we've
Xbox
got
game on the
MCC for
Series
that.
X and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's why they didn't do the Halos because MCC exists.
Yeah, we already have one.
But I understand. Although in saying that, I believe Reach is backwards compatible.
Reach specifically.
Yeah,
Why?
I think it may have been before it was added to MCC.
Oh. Yeah, that might make more sense.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it would be very odd if it was only Reach that was backwards.
It's just Reach.
They were like, oh, that's right, I've got my compatibility list here somewhere.
Yes.
I won't bother
compatibility
looking at it at
list.
the moment. I kind of wish there was other things that were compatible. Like, this is a little tangent. However, like, I don't believe there's any Sonic games from the original Xbox that is compatible with Series X. Which means, like, no Heroes, no Mega Collection. Or
They
anything.
need to bring out another Heroes. Oh my goodness.
I would really like, though, because...
It's just stuck in this whole save
Because,
it.
like, Sonic Origins is okay. However, it's not the best place
It's
to play
okay.
the classic games, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Mega Collection is way better,
I agree.
personally, and I would really like to play it on my Series X. However, they haven't added backwards compatibility
they haven't
for
done
it
that.
from the original Xbox.
Yep.
I'd imagine there's probably there is a reason for that, because, I mean, they had to change a lot of the music in the Origins version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which means
Yeah, true.
bringing it over by backwards compatibility would mean they might have to do it there as well.
Yeah, which would just make things more difficult.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. However, like, it would be nice to play it on my current console.
Yeah. But no,
And then,
it's just stuck.
poor old Sonic Heroes.
It'll never be saved.
Unless that remake of it comes out
Yeah, true.
instead of the adventure games.
All three.
Yeah, all three. Three of them together.
Just bring out all three.
The only problem is, like, it's just such a strange, and I think I've talked about this before. It's such a
think we
strange
have.
situation where, like, you either do the first two, which would make sense together. If you
Yeah.
do all three, that means you're going to have to add in Shadow the Hedgehog because it continues the story from that.
Yeah.
And in that case, you may as well not have Adventure 1 because it doesn't have as much to do with the story of those three games. It's like,
Yeah.
so it's a very odd situation.
That is true.
The trilogy, like the storyline from the trilogy kind of starts at Adventure 2 and ends in Shadow.
Yeah. It's a little bit weird.
Very, very, very odd situation. However, I mean, it'd be nice to have them.
Yeah.
Like, although at the same time, like, if they're going to remake Heroes, they may as well remake Shadow anyway because it runs on the same engine. Like,
Yeah. May as well just do all four of them.
and make it good.
Yeah. Just do all four.
Oh golly. Yeah, no. Therefore, yeah. Yeah. I guess that's the most of the topic that I have to speak about today, though.
I see. Well,
There's not much else. on
Xbox
that.
is doing Xbox things.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I believe they have they have a showcase in June
Oh, okay.
coming up, which I think
Everything's
will
in
be
June.
interesting to see what's in there. I think there's been everything's in June.
Everything is in June.
It's either June or like early July or something. July or something.
July.
July. Sounds like a name.
It does.
You're gonna go hang out with July.
Going to July.
Oh god, yeah. I think like it'll be interesting to see what they have there. I believe there's been like rumors about a new Doom game
Oh, okay.
being shown off there.
That's fine.
I'm interested to see if they have anything Halo related there.
Look, probably not.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. If
Most
they do,
likely
that'd be a
no.
nice surprise. And then
Could
there's
you
like
imagine?
all these other games that have disappeared over the last 5 years that they announced like ages ago, like a new Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah. I remember
Like-
hearing about that. And that's
Yeah.
it.
And then like Indiana Jones and all that sort of thing. Like there's all these different games that they announced ages ago, and then it's like
None of them.
nothing's been
Come
seen
to
of them
light.
since. I think it would be interesting to see a new now that they have Activision in tow with some of their studios. I think it would be interesting to see one of their studios go and make a new Banjo and Kazooie.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, and I guess everyone's been talking about a Spyro 4 for the longest time.
Do we need a Spyro 4?
I don't know. I think it'd be interesting
Did its
to
story end?
see. I don't know.
I don't know.
They did it with Crash, therefore I'd imagine they'd want to do
Yeah,
it with
that's
Spyro
true.
as well.
I feel like Crash makes more sense though for some reason.
That only made me realize a moment ago then that Crash, Spyro, and Banjo and Kazooie are all under the same roof now.
Yeah.
That feels really odd.
They're all together.
This is like the platforming originators, not like the 3D platforming originators, not including Mario.
Yeah, without Mario.
They're like all under one spot. New Skylanders game.
New Skylanders game. Do people even remember what that is anymore?
I don't know. I think there's been a big nostalgia wave for it recently.
Has there?
But on YouTube, I've seen lots of people bringing it up.
Oh,
Same with like
I mean, okay.
I don't know what it is. It must be like the 12 to 10 year like nostalgia wave thing or something. Because like a lot of those games that came around at that time, like when Minecraft came to console and all that sort of thing, like They're all over the place at the moment on YouTube.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Do I just not
everyone's
see
talking
them?
about Legacy Edition all of a sudden. Now there's even a mod on Java that makes it play like console.
What?
Yeah. Well, like out of nowhere.
Okay.
It's been really strange to look at because like we've been sitting here for the last like long time
Decade.
saying like, look, Legacy Edition, and everyone's like, eh.
Yeah, everyone's just like, Legacy Edition? What's that?
And all of a sudden it's like all over the place. Really odd.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like yeah, all of those games around that era must be like fully being talked about at the moment.
The children who played them must be older now.
Yeah, they're all grown up now.
Yeah.
Well, when do you think about it? Like, Minecraft came to Xbox 360 in 2012, late 2012.
Yes.
If someone was 10 at that time, they are now 22?
I think so.
Yeah,
Is that
something like
math
that.
correct? Something around that age.
Like, I mean, that's more than half their life.
Yeah.
Even if they were 5 at that time, like, it's been 12
Yeah.
years. They're going to be like 17.
Yep.
That's
That must be why.
sorry.
They're all adults now.
Yeah, like they're all adults now, and they're all reflecting on what they played as kids.
Yeah. Must be
Where-
it. It's just the 10-year gap.
I feel like we have a somewhat, not necessarily like completely unique, have like a somewhat unique perspective where we tend to reflect on those games the entirety of the time,
More frequently.
like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh, because I am what I shall state as a Bedrock ranter. I'll play Bedrock,
Bedrock
and I
ranter.
like playing Bedrock. However, I will rant about it for ages and ages and ages.
I feel like anyone who really likes a game will do that. It's like, I love this game,
Yeah, that's
but it's also half garbage.
well, there's like, and then there's always like in games, there's always like little things, like in Scarlet Nexus.
Oh, yeah. Turn off the tips.
Why can't we turn off tips? Why can't
And
we
what-
go back
what is
and look
the
at
others
cutscenes in
tab
the
for?
TV that you can access for other things? Yeah, the
And
others
why is
tab
the others tab
has
just
literally only exit to menu in it.
return to title?
It's like it's just such an odd assortment of things. I feel like Scarlet Nexus is like a whole topic for another day.
Oh, it is.
Like our thoughts on the first game, and then like
They need to
ideas
bring
for
a
the
second
sequel.
one. Yes.
They need to bring it. I really want a second one.
They would be so good.
I believe
There's so many things I could do.
I think I'm pretty sure I've seen in like an interview or something where the head of the project said that if it's like really wanted and he's happy to do it or
They're
something,
happy
he'll
to
do it.
do one.
Or something
Yeah.
like that. Have like, it's not like Scarlet Nexus sold well. However, it's not like massive.
It's not huge.
Yeah. It's like a lot of these
Which,
sort of
I mean,
companies,
just makes
when
sense.
they put out a game like as big as Scarlet Nexus, they're like, oh, it's got to be like this biggest thing ever. It's got to sell like 10 million copies and all that.
Yeah.
And what's Scarlet Nexus over now? Like 2 million or something?
I don't even know.
which is massive, like in its own right.
It's good. It's
It's
like,
not what all
going
these companies
far.
like. But I understand. I think Square Enix has been upset with the sales for the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
and I'm thinking, all I'm thinking in my head is like, what were they expecting?
Yeah.
Like,
And also, like, it's very dependent on who plays these games as well. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to know that
Yeah.
you'll hit a target audience and maybe get a
Like-
couple people outside of
like,
that, and that's it.
Like at one point, I will play through Rebirth after I play through
Yeah.
Remake and all that sort of thing. However, like at the moment, I don't have time for like a 60-hour JRPG.
This, yeah, The same
Even
thing
if
with
it is an
Scarlet
action
Nexus.
RPG, it's like
You're mostly going to get people
how many hours have
play
I put into
RPGs.
Scarlet Nexus?
like 300.
I think I think it's closer to 400 now or something like that.
That's okay. It's me with Fire Emblem.
Lots and lots of hours in Scarlet Nexus, and I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
And it's like,
At least we finished the story.
oh yeah, they finished all the story stuff and
We
everything.
just
like that.
haven't
I
done
will
all the little
finish
things.
100%ing it. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with Scarlet Nexus is we walk to a corridor the wrong way and we find a whole bunch of new collectibles and things to do. We look at an NPC the wrong way and there's a whole quest line. Like,
Exactly.
it's
It's like, where did you come from? You weren't there to begin with, surely.
yeah, it's like like when we were was it what's the cafe called?
Is it Masubi's?
Masubi's. Yeah, you walk into Masubi's and it's like there's the lady
The
in there,
person
and
for
it
the
turns out there's like a
anime.
whole quest where you have to watch the anime and find the code
I
in
was
each
like,
of the
where did you
anime and
come
all that
from?
sort of thing episodes.
I have talked to you too many times in my life and have never had this happen.
Yeah. It's like, why, when, how, too many things. The amount of like, all like I'm going through 100%ing the game, and all of a sudden a new collectible pops up, and I'm like, what? Where did this come from?
You
Am I
walk
gonna
around
start
a
this whole new
corridor and there's
collectible thing?
like a new door in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like, what the?
It's like, oh golly. Yeah, no, Scarlet Nexus. That's definitely a topic. I could speak about that for hours, I think.
Yeah.
That's another day though. However, yeah. I guess, is there anything else on the Microsoft side that you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
No, really. Yeah, Microsoft are being Microsoft. I don't think this is like this is horrible. Like, how like
Yeah, it's bad.
there's a lot of things where it's like I don't think. I don't know quite how to say this without making it sound like I'm like defending Microsoft. Therefore, I don't think I'm going to,
Okay.
because I'm not defending
Fair
them.
enough.
However, like, all I sort of want to say is like PlayStation does things like this as well.
Yeah. It's like
they're not
game
saints.
companies do
None
this.
of them are. Even Nintendo.
Yeah.
Therefore, yeah.
That doesn't mean it's a good thing. But they
yeah,
do it.
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I guess. What will our poll be for this week?
I don't know.
I honestly.
I don't even. There was like 7 things in this video.
Yeah. It could be about like. Oh, I guess it could be a simple poll about like, whether a Breath of the Wild remake is worth it or not.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be a good poll.
Yeah, that's good.
Or something like that. Or we could like add a little bit more onto it, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom or something. Who knows? However, yeah, no.
Do any of them
how
deserve a
is
remake?
Everything going on the other fronts.
Well, we have. What is it? I need to go back to the beginning. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the poll, the Fire Emblem one, is. How do I explain this actually?
I don't know.
Well, it's basically like, you know, Jean
Yes, I know.
from
Jean.
Engage. Yeah. So like how you get them like outside of the main story and you're able to train them.
Yeah.
Those people.
Okay. Pick up along the way, people.
Yeah, basically.
Is John one of them?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
The first group, well, the person, I think did they win? I can't tell.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, okay. No, sorry, it set out a little bit weirdly. Okay, so the first group is a person named Cliff, who won,
Okay.
and someone named Amelia is second. I don't know either of those.
Okay. That's fair.
So,
Is
and then,
I was gonna ask, is the old guy from Engage one of them?
Lyndon?
Yeah.
I don't think so, actually.
Interesting.
Oh,
I
yes.
remember you had to like restart the battle because you wanted to get Lyndon.
I didn't even know. And then I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm getting a random old guy.
It was really out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh golly.
And then the second group is the ones who've won that is Faye, who is a part of Alm's group. Literally, her only character trait is that she likes Alm.
Oh, okay.
She just happens to be a good unit.
Oh, she has a rival then.
But she hasn't won. She was second. And then Donald, the one who's from Awakening, came first in that group. And I can
Donald?
agree with that. Yeah, Donald. He's
Donald
amazing.
Duck.
No, Donald. It's an L on the end. There's no D.
Oh,
It's
Donald.
Donald.
Okay.
Yeah. Which,
On my screen, it kept
do you know
popping
what
up
this
with you saying
means?
Donald.
oh, you know what this means? In this
No.
group, the person who actually came last was the one in 3 houses, which means 3 houses has been
that's a
knocked out in the
rare sight.
beginning.
That's a very rare sight.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That's alright.
So,
Is there anything else?
and then,
Oh,
is it up to, oh, yeah, okay. The third one it's still got ongoing at the moment.
okay.
And
That's
the
right.
people winning is another one from Alm. That one. Shadows of Valencia.
Yeah.
And one named Mozu, who's from Fate.
Okay.
And John is losing.
Oh,
He's not last,
okay.
third. By
Interesting.
1%.
Oh, that's right. And
So-
as always, the link to those are in the description.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if there's nothing else, I guess
I don't think so.
that will end this fairly shorter podcast here. We'll have more to talk about next week, I hope.
Hopefully.
The biggest problem is I've been really busy and haven't had time to sit down and think about topics.
Yeah.
Like, I've got backup topics, however, they're not, like, the biggest topics, like, in the world.
Yeah.
However, yeah. Alrighty, that's alright. Okay. Did I say, like, okay in 3 different ways, then?
Alrighty, that's okay? Yes.
Anyway, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of the TriPoint podcast. Next week will be number 11.
1-1. Not
One.
7.
No, not 7 yet.
No 7.
Maybe in like 2 years' time. Oh yeah, hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you for listening, and we shall be back in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I was gonna say, did you even say bye?